All right.
Just wiggle it.
Guys, we're gonna be late. Okay. Hey. All right.
Hi, guys. Oh, hey, guys, we can't hear you.
Here we go. Wait. No.
So Jonathan, many of the viewers will have been approached at some point this year by their Microsoft account manager, and they would have been told how fantastic the Teams Room Systems is. What is this Teams Room Systems?
Well, Teams is actually Microsoft's new generation of collaboration platform, and it's a software platform that's used by all different staff to communicate. And what Teams Room Systems are is pieces of equipment that you can put into meeting rooms or collaboration spaces to enable it for teams. And what they've done is they've partnered with 6 different manufacturers to make these certified room system kits.
6 different manufacturers, and of course there's multiple different pieces of equipment that can work with those different manufacturers' products, which sounds pretty confusing to me.
Yeah, well, you would think it would be as easy as choosing one and just rolling it out to all of your spaces. But there's actually a lot of nuances and differences between the systems. There's a lot of gotchas, and there's reasons why one will work for one space but not another space. Yeah.
Well, let's dig a little deeper and find out what some of those gotchas are, and see if we can make life easier for our viewers. So the manufacturers, Jonathan, are Crestron, Polycom, Logitech, Lenovo, HP and Yealink. And as I understand it, there's essentially a computer device which is running Microsoft Teams and a touchscreen which has the simple interface of Microsoft Teams, and that's used to control the system. Is that correct?
Yeah, that's right. The core of the system across all the manufacturers is exactly that, the computer and the touchscreen. And they might look a little bit different, but they're all doing the same thing. Where it does vary though is the things that attach to that. So your microphones and your cameras, there's actually a wide variety of those. And you can mix and match between the different manufacturers for those peripherals.
Oh, great. So that's providing quite a bit of flexibility. And what about the core benefits? You know, what are they for the viewer to understand for these room systems?
So it's really a simplification. So in previous generations of room systems, the way that you control it or the interface has been different across different manufacturers. And for Teams, Microsoft has actually dictated exactly what that user experience and interface is like. So across all 6 of the manufacturers, when you look at that touchscreen, it's actually going to operate exactly the same way and look exactly the same.
Oh, fantastic. So the integration with Microsoft Teams is obviously very slick and easy. And is there an easy migration plan if you've currently got Skype for Business to go to these Teams room systems?
That's definitely something that all the Microsoft account managers will be talking about, and it's different for each organisation, but they do have different roadmaps for transition between Skype for Business and Teams.
Okay, so let's talk about different organisations. You know, I guess there's all these different manufacturers and different products there. If you're maybe a small to medium-sized organisation and don't have huge requirements for your rooms, maybe they're small to medium at best, is it easy then to sort of pick and choose and kind of almost buy off the shelf? It doesn't really matter who you choose?
This is really where Microsoft has done the hard work for smaller organisations. Because they've dictated how these systems work and the way that they look, for a small organisation, they can trust Microsoft and just pick one of their 6 vendors, use it off the shelf, and away they go. It really is that simple.
Yeah, fantastic. But I guess things are going to change a little bit once we get to larger organisations which have larger rooms and maybe more complicated requirements, shall we say. So like a boardroom, a sophisticated boardroom is maybe going to require a bit more audio sophistication in the design. Same with the large conference rooms or large training rooms, which may be combined together. Are all of these 6 systems sort of well geared to handle that integration?
Look, this is exactly where those gotchas come in. And when you really have to look at each individual manufacturer. Some of them do it very well, and some
Okay.
of them haven't done it very well. So, for example, the Lenovo and HP solution, the touch panel and computer is right next to each other. So it means in your meeting room, you're going to have a computer sitting on top of your table, which, as you say, for say a boardroom, is not an ideal scenario.
Sure, not very aesthetically pleasing. But what about the integration? I mean, could you integrate a full sophisticated audio system with external microphones and audio mixer and amplifier to Lenovo and HP? Would that play well together, or maybe not?
So those systems really are designed to be standalone systems. So
Okay.
you buy the kit, you deploy it standalone, and that's everything you need. And that's why it works well for a small organisation with small meeting rooms. But once you start expanding that or need scalability or introduce other products, that's when you really need to be looking at the other manufacturers like Logitech and Crestron. They were
Okay.
actually partners with Microsoft for their first generation rooms.
Yep.
And they've learnt a lot of lessons from cable management and scalability and flexibility from that first generation products. And now there's much more flexibility built in. So for example, Crestron, you can place that touch panel anywhere and just connect it to the network and remotely locate your computer. So it doesn't have to sit on the table.
Oh, okay. So we could potentially have, large rooms with central AV rack designs and have these room systems fit in still very nicely if we were going down a Crestron choice, Logitech as well.
Yeah, so Logitech have gone a similar path and they've created a fibre optic cable for their touch panel, which means you can locate it again away from the computer. And this is also important as well when you've got rooms with flexible furniture. When you've got to move that furniture around, you need to be able to take these panels or put it somewhere other than the table.
Well, we've recently looked at this with a couple of large organisations in Australia, and we've chosen those two manufacturers for that very reason, haven't we? So I guess it's very important for the viewer to understand that you really want to have the same manufacturer all across the board. Just for a couple of key reasons. One being the support, Jonathan.
So support definitely, and then also user experience. For a person walking into one room, you don't want to go to room A and see equipment from one manufacturer and then go to room B and be confused because it's completely different. So having that consistent experience across all of the rooms is really actually important for user take-up.
Fantastic. Thanks, Jonathan. So where can the viewers go for more information about this?
Well, Microsoft has a fantastic web page for the Microsoft Team room systems. Or of course, you could also go to the individual manufacturers' websites as well.
And of course, the team here at Connectus is available for any assistance you may need as well. You can reach us on connectus.com.au. Thanks for watching.